You can transfer
Yep.
you can transfer it to Daojun, and Daojun maybe can help to host that.
Okay. Hello everyone. Today is October 19th, and that's the official community meeting for Harbor. My name is Ulin Vasilov, and I'm the community manager for Harbor. And now I'm gonna share my browser so we can see what we have for today. That's what we have for today pre-written into the file. I'm gonna send again the link to that file. So please add yourself there, add your topics there, so we can keep a track what was discussed when, and we have better user experience for the newcomers. With that, I can see some new folks over here. Someone wants to, like, Caro, I think I see you for the first time. Welcome. You want to say something, like introduce yourself?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. So hey, hi, I'm David for the Wikimedia Foundation. In the cloud services group, we host we host like a cloud for volunteers and the foundation itself to use and randomly use any projects except Wikipedia's themselves. Wikipedia's are hosted somewhere else. And when we started using Harbor not long ago, but we plan on using it more often for all the cloud and hosting images and all those things. So yeah, we started coming to the meeting.
Nice. Welcome to the club. Super happy to see that you folks are using Harbor. Hope we can be in help and to guide you through some, if you have some issues. Practically, you can see in the participants, you can see the most knowledgeable folks on the planet about Harbor. So feel free to reach out to anyone. I'm not like the most knowledgeable in terms of the source code and everything, but I can help out as well. So don't hesitate, drop me a line in Slack, and I'll try to help you out.
Thanks. I might take your word for it.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, 2 updates. Our project update was accepted through KubeCon keynote, so we will have our 45 seconds of fame on the keynote sessions. So we'll be on the stage all together with Linkerd, Containerd, etcd, whatever. Like the biggest graduated projects. We're 5th in a row, so people won't be that like bored already from the project update. So yeah, what I've added to that, it's like a pre-recorded 45 minutes, 45 seconds video. It's about cosine, the new caching layer, and the CV. That was everything that I was able to include in 45 seconds. So yeah, I'm sorry, my little one just woke up and he's coughing. So yeah. Second thing, I've added the Oktoberfest topic on our repository, so we can welcome the new some new folks to join. Just give me a second. I'm sorry. So I've added that to the main repository. I've added that to the community and the website repository. So I've also sent the Twitter out that if someone wants to contribute back, like fixing to documentation or something about community ideas, whatever. So please take a look at the PRs. Maybe something will come up, but the primary reason for this one is just to gain more publicity about our project, that yeah, to get more like new folks to wish to join us. My next thing is KubeCon Europe 2023. The CFP is open. I sent a mail to the mailing list. The CFP period ends on November 18th, so we have a month from now to submit our CFPs. So I'll be super happy to see at least few CFPs submitted. I can help out with all the logistics. I can join you on stage. I can help out with the slides and everything. On our side, we're gonna do in-person kiosk. That's still not open for application, but I'm gonna file that. So we have someone from Europe, if wants to, or if someone is traveling to KubeCon Europe, I'll be super happy to share the stage there. And next thing I want to discuss, I want to book a 30 minutes period every Monday of your calendar, and it to be asynchronous or synchronous, like over Zoom, to do like a PR triaging kind of activity, so we don't miss any new PRs hanging there without feedback or anyone actually commenting or something. What do you think?
I find it a good idea.
Yeah,
it's a good thing to do. Yeah, we should definitely sync regularly on the open PRs.
okay. From your perspective, Vadim, is it should be like 30 minutes Zoom every Monday, or we can do it like asynchronous, and I should like remind everyone to dedicate these 30 minutes. I can share my thoughts on this one, but I wanna hear yours first.
Well, I find both ideas good, but I think we should start with the in-person first, because until it's elaborated and kind of settled, then we can switch over to an asynchronous mode. But I think, to get the ball rolling, we should do it synchronously. This is my recommendation, or my take on that.
I share the same. I think to build the habit of doing it without actually think of it, I think we should do it like a few times over Zoom, and to build the habit, and then we can like do it asynchronous and just discuss on this meeting every second week if something pops out that we cannot review or needs more attention in terms of reviewing. Jan, one minor, the rest of the team.
We actually have a regular weekly meeting to triage the issue and review triage PRs. So I'm not sure the 30 minutes that you proposed has some overlap with our meeting. I mean, so my personal opinion is that we can do it asynchronized firstly. So then
To do it what? I'm sorry, can you repeat the last one?
I think my personal opinion is that we can do the review. I mean, focus on PR asynchronized firstly. So then yeah.
The thing that you mentioned that you do that's internal to VMware, right? That's in
yeah.
Okay, that's my point. We shouldn't be doing that internally only in VMware, because in this case, for example, Vadim cannot join. I cannot join you.
Yeah.
Now
I agree. I know that. So yeah. So my point is that if we book another half an hour to review PRs, it will have some overlap with our internal meetings. So we can reorganize these two meetings. So we can confirm with Jiaolin to leverage most of our efforts to review PRs. Maybe we can cancel our internal review meetings and just attend the 30 minutes.
That's the best thing. Yeah, okay, that's the best thing that can happen, in my personal opinion, because I know that I spoke with Jiaolin about this one. I spoke with you in the past about this one, and I know that when you discuss that in your language, it's much faster and more productive. in general.
Yep.
But that
No.
do not include me, do not include Vadim. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, it's not optimal for the community. It could be optimal for the internal VMware engineering team, but it's not optimal for the community. So we should focus on community more and do this change. And I've already synced that with Jolene.
But
You're dropping out.
actually, it's not in VMware. It's just so all of the maintainers. I mean the hardware maintainers. So it's just hosted in the China time zone within VMware network. But I want to mention that all the attendees are the hardware maintainers. So but yes, I agree that we should invoke more maintainers outside VMware to join the meeting to discuss the issues and PRs.
Yeah,
Right,
I think.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think because the total amount of the PR raised by the community are very less than 5 every week. So I think we can, we don't have to book another meeting to review these PRs. I think we can talk about it in a community, in this community meeting.
Fair enough. That was I was about to propose this one as well. If we do think if we can accommodate like this 15 to 30 minutes in our community meeting, but the thing is we don't know if someone will pop up on the community meetings and wants to discuss something else, and practically we won't have the time. And we have a problem with this one. If I show you some examples, we're not paying enough attention on PRs and in reviews, and that's the reason why I'm bringing that topic. My intention here is not to create you more work or to have just another Zoom call. The thing is, we should work towards nurturing new contributors, and the way to do that is to address the PRs properly and in time. And the way to do that is to provide meaningful and more reliable feedback when there's a PR or issue. Let's focus on the PRs first. So as you said, they're not enough. They're not a lot in number, which is great because we can book half an hour and then we can squeeze it to 10 minutes. I'm okay with this one. I don't want to spend like half an hour discussing PRs. Don't get me wrong. I just want to provide a meaningful feedback to the contributors. So back to your remark, young one. When is that meeting scheduled? Which is the internal one with the China maintainers?
It's 4 p.m. in China time zone every Monday.
Give me a sec. So it's you say 2 p.m. or 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
4 p.m. It's
yeah.
So practically that will be okay. Also for me and for Vadim, I suppose it's okay for his time zone as well. And so we can extend that thing practically and replace it with the open community PR triaging one. So David, are you in Europe or?
Yes, I'm in Paris time zone.
In where? Sorry.
Paris.
In Paris.
French.
Okay. Yeah. So if you plan on actively joining us on this stuff, I think it will be okay for you as well. So that will be like 10 o'clock. Or now with the time change, maybe it will be 9 o'clock. But it's like doable for everyone primarily. And since we don't aim for now to include anyone from the US time zone, that will work. So I really want to take a decision today because we are, I think I can show you next time. I'm not prepared now, but we are kind of lacking behind getting attention from new contributors. So we should work on this one. So let's, if you say, Dan1, if you say it's a 4 o'clock p.m. Monday, can we extend it for externals? Like by externals, I mean non-VMware folks.
I think we should. We have to confirm with Jolly.
I've done that already.
No,
If you want, have a chat with him. But I'm keen on getting that done next Monday to be extended on outside VMware.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that. No.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have one-to-one tomorrow with Jolene, so I'll
Yeah.
bring that thing and we'll have it up. Okay. Good. Poop. All right. I can see we have a new update added, demo for the application chunk.
Yes. So can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure thing.
Oh, okay. Hello guys, I'm Chen Yu. In the previous community meetings, I have shared the proposal for replication trunk. So today I would like to share the demo for support copy by trunk for hardware replication. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. Firstly, let's log into Harbor and then let's prepare a fake image. Okay, so I have pushed one image to the library project, and the size is 100 MB. And then I have added the demo.goharbor.io as the registry. So let's configure the replication rule. Let's just push this image. Okay, you can see a new checkbox has been added in the replication rule edit page. And this checkbox is not enabled by default. That means we keep the same behaviors with previous version. Only if user want to enable copy by trunk, he needs to check this checkbox. As the comparison, let's copy it by blob. So okay, let's copy it. Okay, the execution, the job is succeed. Let's see the logs. This image has one blob, so you can see they try to copy the blob, and the blob copy completed. And then let's check in the demo.goharbor. Okay, the image has been pushed successfully. And then as a comparison, let's push another image and with the same size. Okay, the V2 has been pushed. Let's replication it by chunk. Two. Let's enable this checkbox, copy by chunk. And a notice is if you enable copy by chunk, that may increase the number of API requests, because if you copy it by blob, it may need only one request to the target registry. But if you break down the blob into multiple chunks, that may send the multiple requests to the target registry. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's watch the logs. And you can see the difference between the copy by blob and copy by trunk. If you enable copy by trunk, you can see we separated the blob into multiple trunks, and the trunk numbers depends on the trunk size which set it in the harbor. By default we have a value is 10 MB, and if user want to override it, they can set the environment variable in the harbor container. So you can see it's copy the trunk from 0 to this value, and this is the blob size. And when this trunk done, it's copy the next trunk. The next trunk is after the previous trunk and range +1. So and the next until we transfer all the trunks. So we can check it in the target registry. And you can see V1 and V2 and the digest is same. So the advantage of copy by trunk is if your network is not stable, for example, if you transfer 100 MB data, you may meet the failure. If we separate it by chunks, so every time the request only carry about 10 MB data, so the success rate is maybe more high than copy by whole blob. And another advantage is if you when you copy the whole blob, a network disconnected happened in the period of the copying. Maybe when you have copied about 90 MB, and then you need to repull and repush all the whole blob. That means you may need cost about more than 1 times for that. But if you copy the blob by trunk, for example, if the final trunk failed to copy, you only need to copy this failure trunk, and that can save much more time than if we copy by blob. Due to we still have some issues to fix for this part, so today I can't show the comparison when we encourage the network broken issue. Okay, so this is the part for demo the replication trunk. Any question?
Yeah, I have 2 questions too. The first one is the default trunk says 10 megabytes. Is it configurable through the harmon.yaml file or?
No, currently we don't want to expose it to the harbor configure.yaml or the harbor helm configuration, because we in the current state we don't want to expose it for user configuration, but user can overwrite it by inject the environment variable in the harbor container.
Okay, so if the user want to change size for the trunk for every block, for every trunk, he will have to change the environment variable, right?
Yes.
Okay, and the second question is, what happens between 2 harbor registry, one support replication by trunk and the other one doesn't support it? I suppose.
Yeah, I know. In the truth, the Docker distribution spec defines that should as the image registry, if he follows the OCI spec, he should support the copy by trunk. But for the but we currently only support enable the copy by trunk for both source and target are harbor registry. If your target registry is not harbor, we will not enable this. We will not show. For example, I choose the Docker registry. You cannot choose the copy by trunk blob because we will validate that, and we only enable it for both harbor registry. But if user really wants to test that, he can enable this by harbor API, but we do not ensure that can work. We only ensure the work for both harbor registry.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. The question, why is it an optional functionality? Why not make it default? You know, like why do you offer the user the option to select if it's much better? So why does
we do not want to change the default behavior for the replication. So the default behavior for replication is replicate the whole blob layer. So we want to just introduce another option for user to handle some situation like with high latency in their network. So yeah.
And another point is,
And okay, the second
Cop-
question, if if the spec does support blob and chunk, why can't it support it? Then use chunk. If not supported, use blob. So, because I think it's it's overcomplicating the users with the choice. So if we make it dynamic, so adapt the system dynamically to the situation, we don't have to ask the user to explicitly set it or not, because it will work anyway in both cases. If there's a probing, testing if it's supported or not.
sorry, you mean dynamically? What do you mean dynamically?
Well, dynamically, I mean, we can probe and test if chunk is supported, and then use chunk in this case, and if it's not supported, use blob. And this way, we don't have to expose the internals of the system to the user to make the decision, because in my opinion, for the user, it makes no difference, So why would someone explicitly enable this, and why should one explicitly disable this? If it would work automatically, in the sense that there's a probing that can decide or make a fallback to no chunk in case the chunk is not supported,
No,
then it will always work.
Yeah, but the based on the distribution spike, it cannot support this kind of scenario. I mean that if you decide to replicate the whole blob, you can't fall back to replicate by trunk. But if you decide to replicate by trunk, you cannot fall back to the whole blob. They are the two different kind of scenarios. And for the we define two phases for trunk replication. In phase one, we just want to support harbor to harbor. And in phase two, we want to extend the capability to more other kind of adapters like Docker Hub, GCR, or etc. If they support the V2 version of distribution spike, so then we can extend the capability to other kinds of adapters. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you. Anyone questions on this one? Is that I have one. We're aiming to get this one into what, 2.7?
Yeah.
Okay. And do we have the
But
proposal?
yes,
go
we
ahead.
have, and we have already submitted in the community. So we have a down to run the review to the proposal. Yeah. But yeah, yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was curious. We have the proposal already approved, or?
Yeah. Yes, and we have already demonstrated in the community meeting.
Gotcha. Okay.
But currently we encounter one problem in the distribution side, and then we are working on debugging on this, and this may be a risk for this feature in 2007. And we maybe have to update some source code for this distribution side to fully support the trunk replication. Yeah, so I have to say that there should be a risk for this feature in 2007.
does that mean we have to update and fix the proposal as well? If I get it right, or?
I mean, in the source code level, we encounter some one problem today. When we debugging the source code, I mean the hardware source code. Yeah.
Is it architectural problem, like from the proposal itself, or
no.
some incompatibility between the idea and the source code?
It's a upstream problem. We probably have to update the upstream source code to fully support the strong replication. Yeah, and I will talk to the distribution maintainers to work with them to have a talk on how to modify the source code to support the V2 API. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So there is a risk for this feature in 2007.
Okay. Is Roger aware of this one? I mean, do we update the roadmap properly?
Yeah, so far not. I will let him know tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha. Right. Okay. Anything else on this one? Someone wants to add something? I have added 3 more things. I'm sorry for that. All right. If not, I saw one of the tests is failing. It's called singularity test case. Even though some PRs that are not related to any part of this code. And I saw these PRs over here that are removing that test. Anyone can comment to this one? Because it says the singularity has been renamed to Uptiner or wherever the name is, but I can see only the removal of the test.
Yeah, we will replace the singularity with the new, I don't know, app trainer. Yeah, but the temporarily we want to disable this case.
Gotcha.
Do not block PR. Yeah.
So the thing is, right now we don't have that Uptiner or whatever the obtainer code
okay.
in. Yeah, code in, and we just want to remove the singularity one not to fail.
Yes. So then we will have another case for app obtainer.
Okay.
Yep.
Talking about tests, I want to share something. Give me a sec. I've added the so-called FOSA. So that's the security scanner thing. I added the badges on the main page, and that's not the important thing over here. But the thing is, when you have time, first of all, take a look at that PR, please. And second, we have quite a lot of things to fix. That's a mandatory license scanning from CNCF. So we have to accommodate it and then work on maybe resolving this, or we'll see how to proceed from all this. So far, the license scan is passing, so we're good. We just have some findings that we have to figure out. Yeah, I have to add this one. I have an ask for all maintainers. Please watch and monitor the maintainers channel in Slack. I'm posting some stuff there, and I think nobody's reading that channel. So please take a look at it. And last ask from my side is if everyone can think of some good first issues, so we can be more welcoming to the new members of the community. That's primarily asked for the maintainers to figure out. I know it's super tempting to have an issue and just fix it, but better create an issue, mark it as good first issue, and leave it into the open for a few weeks, so we can have contributors able to join us. That's asked for everyone pretty much. I know it's super tempting to fix it like in 2 minutes because you know what to fix, but if you spend these 2 minutes explaining that an issue, then someone else can pick it up and enjoy working with us on the community. That will make our life much easier because that will bring more folks. Yes, that will means less quality maybe PRs, but that will mean more folks able to join us, and some of these new folks will be able to become maintainers at some point, which will mean less work. Let's put it this way. So yeah, I hope you understand what I'm saying. I can elaborate more, but I don't want to waste time. So with that, I don't have any other topics. Anyone wants to add something for today? No. All right. Hopefully quiet. Thank you.
I have no topic for today.
What's that? I didn't get it, Dim. Dim, I missed this one. Or
I have no topics for today.
oh,
no.
okay. Okay. All right. I'll take the silence from anyone else as a mutual agreement that we can end for today. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good rest of the day. Have a good evening for the China folks, and talk to you in 2 weeks. And bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.